Yeah, so I don't know what it means by by the Poke Cache, because there's this block and then that's it. Like that's all it is though, is like it just gives you like this block to make. And it says something about Poke Cache. And then it's like it requires like 5 of them, 2 iron and a chest. But that's not what it says, right? Oh no, it's an ingredient. Okay, I thought it's like you can use 4 of them to make it. It's like, no, that's not how that works. You deserve this, Grookey. No, I wanted to do that. There we go. Alright, Grookey, did you learn another move by chance? No, you didn't. You learned Growl, which might have been actually useful because we ended up boosting the Gummy's attack. I don't know why, but like I knew that Sap Sipper was an ability, but like for some odd reason I thought that Sap Sipper. Don't ask me why I thought this, but I thought that Sap Sipper still allowed you to deal damage, but you just boost. I didn't realize it was like a flash fire kind of thing, where it's like you're immune to it and you get the bonus. I'm mostly just trying to find another village now. I could just head back. I could just head back to home. But I think that's just not really needed. Yeah. Anyway, I think I'll just I think I'll swap between this and Pixelmon Adventures when the time comes, kind of thing. This one we're not going to do any type specialties like we did with Pixelmon. The reason why is because Cobblemon's still heavily a work in progress. As much as I don't want to say that and just say, oh, we're completely switching over to Cobblemon, because I'm having a lot more fun with Cobblemon than with Pixelmon right now. Unfortunately, Cobblemon is still not as feature-rich as Pixelmon is. Now, I'm not going to say anything wrong about Cobblemon. Cobblemon's still new, so it makes sense. Like, Cobblemon, I think, is like a year or 2 old, whereas, like, Pixelmon has been there since, like, I think, like, since 2010, maybe even 2011. So, like, it's had its time to build, right? Whereas Cobblemon, it's only been out, like, recently, kind of thing, right? Like, when was the first build made? Like, that can give you a rough estimate, right? Let's look up it on Modrinth. I'll give me a better idea, right? It's been out since 1.19.2, so even if you don't believe that or like think that it came out before then, kind of thing, though, that doesn't matter. It came out in 1.19, so it's still recent. So again, it hasn't had time to build up its sort of features, right? But I do have to admit though that it has a lot better features than Pixelmon does. But again, I don't want to necessarily say though that that Pixelmon hasn't had its time to build it up though. But then again, the thing that you gotta recognize between Cobblemon and Pixelmon though is that Pixelmon has had to survive since like I think it's like the beta of Minecraft, right? Like back when Minecraft was in beta though, like it was a mod, right? This has had the full release of 1.19, right? So I'm pretty sure that if Pixelmon were to have just like been started at 1.19, they would probably still be in the same progress pool as Cobblemon has. If not, maybe even better or worse. And again, I'm not trying to say though that like Cobblemon is like a terrible, terrible mod. Like, don't download it. I'm just saying though, like, don't expect too much from it right now. But look forward to like the next thing. Like I'm waiting until they add a TM machine built in, and then I will literally just get rid of the TM mod, 100%. When they add gyms, I will be ecstatic. I want gyms in Cobblemon because I feel like it is the one thing that is missing in Cobblemon is gyms. Because I want gyms in Cobblemon because I feel like that is the thing that I really want. I'm not even joking. It is literally the one thing that I want is I want Cobblemon to be like the best mod that's out there. And I know like I'm not like what the okay, that was weird. I know I'm not the only one that's like that thinks that way though, but like I feel like a lot like the way that people jumped on Cobblemon and just started like ripping on Pixelmon, it's like okay, like Pixelmon has the longevity that it's had because it was like the only mod that was out there. And now that Cobblemon is trying to like come up from behind kind of thing, of course it's going to do better because you know what version it came out in? 1.19. You know what version Pixelmon came out in? I think in the betas. I don't know if Modrinth would be the best source for this information though, but let's see if Modrinth has an idea of it. Ooh, 19. That might be a pretty good Pokemon. That might be a pretty good level to try. Attempt it. Let's see. Let's see if Modrinth can give me a decent idea of when Pixelmon first came out. Let's see here. Yeah, so it's saying 1.12. Because I think that's like the earliest that I remember. Oh, you know what it probably is? I think they had to remove it at one point. That might be why. I think they had to remove it at some point because I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think they had an issue with Nintendo at one point, and I think that's why. I think that might be why. Is there a way I can just search for different versions? Maybe recent changes. Maybe I can figure it out. Let's see here. No. Darn, I don't think I can. But as I said, since 1.12. There's a wild Corviknight. It's kind of lovely. 45. Yeah, I'm not surprised. I think I caught mine as a Rookidee or a Corvisquire. Yeah, so I can't wait. This series will be first released at the end of February, which is awesome. I've already have like February all planned kind of thing, and this is just the only thing that's left over. So while it is getting sort of like the last slot kind of thing though, it's gonna be fine. It's not more of like a last minute thing. It was either I do either I go back to Pixelmon and disappoint myself, or I go with Cobblemon, right? It's something interesting, right? So I chose the lesser of the two evils kind of thing and chose Cobblemon. I really like it. I know I said that like I'm not gonna try and use Corviknight a lot, but oh my word, like traveling like this is amazing. Like way too good. The one mod that I'm hoping that does get released though is like how Pixelmon had the Game Shark mod. Having something similar to that would be amazing. That would be an amazing mod to put in. That tells you like spawns, and that also tells you like when the Pokemon is out and about. That'd be amazing to have. Some more Rocky Mountains. Valley clearing. Birch Taiga. Did I heal Grookey? No, I didn't. But why does Grookey have more HP than they should? Do we get healed the longer we travel? Yo, that's amazing. And I will say this, though, too. Before anything, right? If we do go with the dimensions route for the 1.21, that also means, though, that in the future, world data will be completely erased. I'm not joking. That means that the main overworld will not be saved. We could have it so, though, like, in, like, the best thing for somebody to do is, like, when you're done with the overworld kind of thing, and when, like, obviously when I mentioned, though, that, like, hey, you know what? We're done with the overworld. Get out. Bring whatever you can out of there. Because I am not joking. Get out as much as possible. Because that would be... Because I'm going to say this, though. Like, I really like that fact. Because not only does that save space, though, but, like, since everything will be in a custom dimension, though, like, everything will be safe. And not only that, your custom dimension will be not too heavy. Like, once it starts getting heavy, I'm gonna go slow it down and go, whoa, don't generate, like don't go generating chunks if you're not gonna use them. Like, if you're gonna upgrade. Like, don't go, let's say, head north 300 blocks and then build your whatever your thing is, right? And start generating so many chunks that take up space, right? Like, I don't want that. Like, that's one of the things that I hated about a lot of the Circlecraft ones. And this is actually, like, true kind of thing. I think for the Minecraft, what was it, 1.20, the world became, like, 3 gigs of space. Now, you might be wondering, though, there are servers that are way bigger than that. You're right. However, this is the thing that you have to remember, though, is that this is a locally server kind of thing, where it only has one person monitoring it, one person throwing money in it, right? And not a lot of money, but still throwing money in it. And the capacity for the server, and it's not just one server, right? It's all my servers. So that's the Circlecraft, the Pixelmon Adventures, Cobblemon Adventures, Pal World, even the servers that I don't actually use, though, like, they're just there just to say I have the server, just in case we want to go play those games, kind of thing. Okay, does it have anything? I'm glad we found a jungle biome. Ooh, Bellsprout. Cool. Ooh, sparse jungle. But again, yeah, like, so the drive that holds all my servers is 250 gigs. Now, while it is 250 gigabytes, it is an SSD, and it's one of the most, I think it's one of the most reliable brands that's out there. It is a Samsung SSD, which is really good. It is a 2.5 inch, so it's not M.2, but you know what? It's completely fine for our use case. I've never really did have an issue with capacity for these SSDs, so it's really quite good. The only issue that I'm gonna have with the servers, though, is that, like, if we have, like, a huge amount of people, and by the way, all of the servers that I now have specifically for Minecraft now have a player limit of 8. I figured that'd be much easier to manage. well, yes, all the player limits for all of them are 8. I don't expect them to be at 8, right? But again, if there was 8 people on the server and they are all generating terrain and they go for miles and miles and miles because, you know, they want to be able to explore the area, we are going to be losing a ton of space. Like, we're going to be generating a ton of stuff. That's why I think for the Minecraft 1.21 and so on and so forth, because I don't know if I can backpedal and make it work for 1.20. I would much rather just... What was the version? Yeah, 1.20. I don't know if I can backpedal it to 1.20 because it was first being worked on in Minecraft 1.21, right? So it's like, I don't know if I can backpedal it, and if I can backpedal it, should I? Because I don't think that's a smart idea at all. I think I should just keep it at Minecraft 1.21 and then just upgrade from there. So though, if Cobblemon does upgrade to 1.22, just move over to that. I really want Cobblemon to have, in the next update, gyms, or at the very least trainers, something to interact with.